All right, guys. Ian Anderson, Corey Merle, Central Coast Disc Golf. We're back for Canadian Nationals Round 1, Part 2. How about that beautiful B-roll? This place is amazing.
I know. It's an absolute gem, Ian, and I can't get over it.
Yeah.
Part of me is like, I'm never leaving.
Yeah.
It reminds me so much of Maine. I spent a fair amount of time out there when I was growing up, and it's just like the most chill, relaxed, silent place ever.
If there was better internet, I would definitely consider it.
That's the most brutal part of the whole situation, that you can't even watch YouTube out here.
No, it is rough. All right, guys, hole 10. Speaking of rough.
The rough is the roughest here.
Oh, my gosh.
546 feet. My claim to fame is I threw the best shot ever to be thrown and ever will be thrown on this hole. Only because no one's silly enough to disc up and throw a distance driver here.
Accurate.
It's a big left to right bender. Once you get to that corner, though, it straightens out. So the sidearm that's going to flare up will flare into the danger zone. The right side, terrible. The left side, slightly less terrible.
Yep. And here is Nate going with his orc. He did disc up because of your amazing shot versus Champs, Corey.
Good. As long as I can influence disc golf on a professional scene, that's all I care about.
Perkins with a beaut.
That's a gem. That's right where you want to be. Maybe a hair on that right side.
Yep.
And here's the man.
Simon, and this worked at Champs versus Trump, spoiler alert.
Did not hear.
Yep, that's how you react.
Yeah, he knows. It did not quite have the angle, and that's just flaring out. You can see the spectators down there just like...
I think it's down.
That way?
Yeah, he is so deep in the woods, you guys. I can't even. Chris threw a defender, though, to your credit.
That is good.
Yeah.
That is not good where it went, though.
No. And that was not also good where it went. He pitches out. That's his third.
Oh, man, when you're pitching out on your third shot, that's trouble.
Sure enough. Sexton going Sexton bird on the second shot.
Okay, I like that, though.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I mean, the orc didn't get too much ground, but that's great. He's going to have, what, 40 to the bin?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a little jumper. And Richard throwing 4.
Oh, at least it's kicked out to the left.
Yeah. And
this is Simon's third shot. The second shot was so far into the woods that nobody even saw it.
yeah.
And that was the third shot going out of bounds. So he's going to be throwing 5.
And here is Simon throwing a crazy Annie over the trees. And it kind of worked, but then it started rolling away. Gonna have a long look at it. There is Nate's second shot. It's going to give him a look for the birdie. Richard throwing 5.
Going to the flick roller well. Well, I mean, he's got a chance at a 6.
He does. Yeah.
It's been a rough go so far. So
Nate for birdie. Spun it so good.
Mm-hmm.
A little too much.
After that crazy upshot. Yeah, he's angry.
Yes, he is. Oh, Chris misses 6. Going to be dropping in a 7. Perkins. Oh, this has been such a good birdie to get.
I know. This is such a tough hole. Genuinely one of the hardest holes on the course. Nate, though, with the solid par.
Mm-hmm. Great hit. Comebackers aren't important. And there is Simon the snowman.
Yo, it's so brutal. And this hole does play, I believe, the hardest on the course at .81 strokes over par. Closer to a par 5 than a par 4.
Simon didn't help that average.
Yeah. Oh, take that back. We are going to get to hole 14 eventually, which plays 1.5 strokes over par.
Oh, my. Time to reevaluate par, I guess.
Well, granted, it's not like we're playing with a field full of 1,000 rated guys, but yes.
Yeah. There's Nate with that beautiful drive of his. Chris with 7, and we don't have a quadruple bogey graphic.
No, that's too many squares. You can see how filled up those 3 squares make it.
Won't fit.
We've abandoned it.
Yep. Hole 11. You might have seen this in Simon's Facebook.
Yep, he put this in his like Fave 18 or his Dream 18,
yeah,
whatever
right.
he calls it.
Yeah.
It looks so much longer.
I thought it was a par 5 in a picture. It's like a 200-foot par 3.
191 though, and it is the most picturesque hole on the course. Look at these little bridges hanging on.
I believe Nate's just going with a dart. Hey, you'll take that bonus roll.
Yeah, just spin it up there, and if you can hit that bank on the left side, it'll check right back up to the green.
Mm-hmm. Nate number 2.
P3X is my guess.
Perfect. Yeah. Pin high left about 10 feet. Mr. Richard.
So should mention all these little creeks. There's a bunch of little winding creeks. All play out of bounds on this hole. Kind of has that hole 17 out at Idlewild feel.
Mm-hmm. And Simon going.
Sky God.
Yep.
Just turning it over a little much. Definitely was trying to ace that.
Yeah, he was. Does not have a great look at the basket though. Chris. Bit of a shank.
Yeah.
Simon found a window but left it low. Nate will most likely not do that. Yes, he does. Nice birdie. It's a Nate hole.
Yeah, the Nate to Nate connection.
Mm-hmm. Doing work, and Chris coming back for his par. This is one you'd like to get. I'm sure Chris and Simon not exactly stoked right now.
Yeah, I mean, Simon was like the only spot on this hole to not have a putt, and I found it. How is that possible?
Yeah, he put himself in some interesting spots this round, to say the least. Interesting pull on that dart right there.
I know, and really, I feel like the kicker to throwing nice touch shots is that thumb and that palm after you throw. Keeping that out and extended and up, so critical for getting up and over on the disc. Like a lot of people, they get a little scared and they recoil back. When you watch these big time pros, they extend and they keep it extended. It's like a baseball swing. If you start recoiling back, you're stopping before you even make contact.
Yeah.
You know?
Cool to know. Hole 12, another 2-shot hole, par 4, 543, going uphill the entire way. You got that pond on the right.
Yep.
The island is in bounds, though.
No, it is in bounds, and so that is a play for the most daring of competitors.
Accurate.
But this tight tunnel and low ceiling really just forces you to throw something that's going to burn into this hill, setting yourself up for a good 325 uphill and over a water shot.
That was Nate placing that work right in the middle of the fairway. And Perkins.
Going back, I believe that's that funky PD2, the American flag.
And Chris is going defender. A man after Corey's heart.
Oof, speaking my language.
It's great.
It is really solid.
And Simon opting for the backhand.
Trying to clear the lake. Yeah, that little lettuce he caught off the tee, though, I think put him on a little bit more hyzer than he wanted.
Yeah, it's kind of an interesting upshot through the woods there. Hopefully he can make it work.
Yep. He avoided Davies Island, at least. I love how there's all these little signs.
Yeah.
Smelt Brook, Davy Island.
Got Perkins flexing one up there.
Hammering on that Firebird.
Ooh.
That is such a good shot.
Dang.
This man can throw backhand, sidearm, don't matter.
He's got it all. He's got a putt, too. Chris going for the forehand line. Hopefully he can fight through. Oh.
It does.
You will take that.
Hey, just throw it to the trees, and it fights through.
Sexton, Bird.
Hanging out with Nate.
He is, yeah. They're actually, like, on top of each other.
Making mins.
Simon catches a little bit of tree on the way out, but he is also in the three-way disc pile over there.
All right. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Things are getting physical on the left side of the pin.
Menage a mini. Sexton drops in. Sorry. Not sorry. Perkins just right behind him, and Simon will do the same thing in a hot second.
Yeah, clearly the pro play was the layup right to there.
It was.
Yep.
Locals prefer coming up a little bit short right.
Yeah, okay. Whatever you need, though. I mean, hey, birdie's a birdie, right?
It also works. Good huck face.
Yeah, good huck face and good pull. Nice birdie out of Chris.
Professional looking guy, too, from the car. Appreciate that.
Yep, he had a good look.
Yeah.
Pants, shirt tucked in.
Ooh.
Critical portion of the professional look.
Indeed. Start frame on that one. Did not expect that one.
No, it is not an easy get. I mean, hole 7 coming in, or hole 12, excuse me, coming in 4.26 over par. So these guys playing it all as a 3.
Yeah.
Really doing their job to bring that back.
Hole 13, it's short, but it is tight.
And it is aceable, Ian.
It might be if you're Simon.
Simon putting it in the day before the tournament during our Chance versus Chumps. Really, you can opt for the hyzer to the right side of the tree line or just throw it straight at it.
That was almost perfect.
That was almost perfect. You're right. I mean, it was just not.
No. And Perkins finding the outside tree. Going to give himself a jump putt. And Richard.
This, Chris, I love you. I respect you. That's a questionable play.
That is wild.
That's a wild play.
I like it, man. Simon trying to repeat yesterday. Going a little long there.
I was not expecting that.
No.
Oof. Trying to run it down. Good effort, Nate.
Yeah. They're like, how did that miss all the chains? And Chris just pitches up for his par. Nate, he is looking for the 2.
Just yoinked it a little bit.
Yeah. Simon coming back towards the basket.
He gave him the Drew Gibson thumb.
Yeah, I did. Classic. Perkins, his par comebacker.
How did this happen? They just star framed the par 4 12th?
Yeah.
And then this little baby in the woods, they all par frame it?
Yeah. Disc golf.
Yep. They're just saving all their strokes and all their birdies for this next one, the most brutal hole on the planet. I love it. I'm a sucker for woods golf, man. It's just more fun. Like, it is different, but I enjoy hitting lines.
No, it's the best. All right, we are back to the action. Gotta thank DD again, as well as all the tournament staff out here. Benjamin Smith, Duncan.
Yeah, they're just quality dudes, and they're looking to put on a quality production for all these guys out here. It's just such a unique opportunity, I feel like, for a place that doesn't really get a bunch of representation. You know what I mean? I'm really glad that we were able to make this happen.
Yeah, absolutely. Hole 14, like you said, Corey.
It's tough. This one playing as the hardest hole on the course, coming in at an average of 6.51.
Whew.
Note that it's a par 5, Ian. That's brutal. The first shot off the tee is a good 375 or so to the mouth. Then you got another 400 to a second mouth, and then you got about 250 up into a pretty tight guarded pin.
Sexton going orc, and he almost had the perfect shot.
Almost cut the corner, but he's going to be really tight. That just shows you, I mean, you could be 10 foot to the left and 400 feet away from the tee and have nothing.
Perkins laces it up the middle with a backhand.
That's good action, though. He didn't quite get right enough to be pinched, and he's actually going to have a lane around the corner.
Yeah. He'll figure something out. 14 is a defender from Chris. Ooh. Oh, my.
He's going to have to defend his position after throwing that drive.
He is. Simon?
Oh, inside. Through the inside, through the other inside.
Okay.
Yeah, I know.
Middle fairway you'll take on this course, though.
Yes.
No, no.
He knows it, too. Head down.
Oh, my goodness. Pitches out on his third smartly.
Oh, God. He just pitched out his third, and he's 700 feet away from the pin.
He's throwing 4 right now. Makes the corner. Simon throwing
the adult line.
What's doing what Simon does, and at least it's in the middle of the fairway.
Sometimes does.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it rolls it around and it's kind of hanging out there. Nate's second shot. See if he gave himself an angle to get around this corner, and it looks like it.
Yeah, good shot. Center. Yeah, centered up. That's absolutely prime.
2 great shots from him so far. Oh, Chris ended up in the woods again. It looks like that was him throwing 5.
No.
Throwing 6 from there. We're looking at our second shot for Nate.
Oh, he was so pinched. He almost had that angle.
Still in the fairway-ish.
Yeah.
Not the ideal spot, though. You kind of want to be on that left side of the fairway, get a better angle of attack.
Suboptimal, some would call it.
You would. Richard throwing 6.
That's a good shot, though. That's it. That's the best shot he's thrown of the hole. Yeah, for sure.
Very accurate. Simon throwing 3. Going
into the heavens.
Yeah, I got nothing on this one. It goes right. Eventually fades out very late.
Yeah, we'll get there eventually.
He's 60.
We'll get there.
Jeez. Oh, there he is.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I got it okay.
Yeah,
in.
nice.
He's gonna have a look at least.
It's not one he's happy with though.
No, once he gets out of the woods.
Yeah. Nate's.
Yep, and that's a good clean shot. He's still got a good 180, 200 to the pin though.
Yeah, he's looking at par.
Nate though, he's working on a birdie here.
He is.
He's just cutting it up through this hole. I mean, granted, that's going to be a long putt for his 4.
It is.
He's clean as can be.
Weren't people saying just nobody ever forced this? The locals.
Yes, but granted, the highest rated local is 919.
Yeah.
So there's that.
Yep.
But yes, nobody forced this.
You would think somebody would get lucky once in a while.
No, I know.
Nate's upshot with a Sexton Firebird. He's pretty parked. He'll take a par on this one all day.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Can I skip it? Take a par? Yes.
Yeah, but I don't want to skip it. It's so fun.
No, it is pretty fun. Simon, he was just unstoked by that look out there, and he found a window. Hopefully he can hit the putt.
Oh, Nate.
That would have been such a good get.
That was.
Yeah.
Or would have been.
Simon makes a good putt to clean up, I believe, his par. And Chris.
Ooh, got a little techie one.
Yeah, hope we can stop the bleeding here. Good putt.
Yeah, that's a great cleanup.
Yeah.
And honestly, limiting the damage to a 7 there, it's not bad.
No, it's not. There's Nate with a par. And here's Nate. He really just carved up this hole real clean.
Yeah, I know, just clinical. I mean, he missed the putt for his 4, but I mean, having a nice, clean, open putt 4-4 is better than a lot of people.
Yep.
Oh, excuse me, 8 for Chris.
That was, yeah. Fives otherwise, which they will take. Nate's still leading the gang. Perkins, that is, with a 7. Other Nate, Sexton, just one back. Hole 15.
Yep, 292-foot hyzer here. No reason to foul this one up, especially with guys this highly rated. Really just hammer it off to the right with something stable, let it drift in. FD3, Firebird, your disc of choice, really. Falone.
Chris is going to Explorer, actually.
Ooh, okay, I see that. Now, if you don't have that big-time power, you have to have something that's going to have a little give to it.
I threw a DDX during Champs Jump, so there's
so
that.
There you go.
Overlooked, well, Nate was probably hoping we overlooked it, was him throwing a rock into the tree, unfortunately. Perkins, though, he's perked.
He's perked with that Perkins Firebird.
Yep. Simon, little wide, but it's staying clean.
Boom. That's what that Anna FD3, I believe. I
Yeah.
called it an Elsa before and just got crucified for it.
Oh, man, don't do that again.
I know. I work with children, too. It's embarrassing.
Yeah. Oh, Chris.
That's the one thing to miss. That's that big tree right in the middle of the fairway.
Yep.
It's so enticing, though. You really kind of just want to throw right at it.
Sexton with a good drop shot, at least. He'll save a par.
Yes, he should.
Yeah, depending on how ridiculous that putt is. Ooh. Chris almost dunked it in.
Yeah, that was a nice little rock 3 shot. I mean, throw it up on hyzer. There's not a lot that could go wrong in that angle. Give it a chance.
Yeah. Simon makes his putt for the birdie. Nate, good par.
Yep, good save. That definitely
After the drive, anyway.
Yeah, that definitely got out of the tree line. If it was in that little cluster, it could have been rough.
Perkins stacking him up. Another bird. 8 down right now.
He's cooking, man. He's hunting that course record.
He's got such a good game for this course.
This is perfect. I mean,
Yeah.
if we're talking about the guy who set the course record at Waco,
Yeah, right?
this is his style.
This is a Waco on crack.
Exactly. It's a back 9 for 18.
Yeah, it's exactly well put.
Simon letting it loose. Good follow through.
Such a fun hang.
I know.
Love Simon.
He's good people, man.
He is. A couple birds, couple pars. His brother's out here playing
Yep.
from Germany.
Jason Lizotte
Yeah.
in the house shot a stout 935 rated 72. Is going to be teeing off with Joe Dirt out of Montana during round 2. I don't know who that is, but I love the name.
Cool. Hole 16 is just right there, but easier said than done is parking it.
Yes. 297 feet down the valley and then back up. Really, if you throw the backhand, it's probably the preferred landing angle. But you got to keep it straight and low.
Mr. Perkins.
Going the Mick Glow Rock 3.
Great.
That's great. That's quality.
Such a good line, just dead straight. Simon opting for the putter, it looks like.
Yeah, a little bit of a force over P2 shot. He's so comfortable throwing that.
And that is the worst spot ever to putt from.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's probably the most obstructed 30-footer you're ever going to see.
And Sexton going Firebird here, which...
It's not that I love the play or hate the play. I respect it, though. You just hammer it in. In this grass, if you just hit it at the good angle, it's going to burn it.
Yeah, that's true. It is pretty catchy. Chris is ripping out his Explorer. It is exploring.
Yeah.
That got all the way pin high.
It fell through everything. How's that possible?
I did not see that happening. And unfortunately, can't capitalize on the luck. We'll settle for a par Nate with a circle's edge.
That's a good putt. That is a great putt. I mean, at this point, 16, you got to capitalize because 17 and 18 are pretty tough.
Yeah.
I mean, 17. Ooh, you can see that lie. I mean, that's not ideal. Simon, not stoked.
I see a forehand putt there.
Yeah, but also downhill afterwards.
Yeah.
Do you really want to get it floating on angle?
They go so far.
Yep.
Yeah. And
Simon's disc is stuck in a tree.
yeah, Perkins with a great birdie. Simon cleans up the par, as will Chris. God, that wasn't even a 30-footer. That was like a 20-footer, 15-footer from Simon.
Yeah,
and just had absolutely nothing. Nate just hammering on that Sexton bird.
Done that like fingered up claw grip. I don't know how he does it.
Oh,
It hurts my knuckles.
the stack or whatever. Yeah,
it hurts.
yeah.
It hurts.
There's another Nate hole. It turns out.
Yep.
2 birds. We are looking at hole 17. Corey, we're gonna say not your favorite hole on the course.
No, this is, in my opinion, the worst hole in the course, but it's so easily fixed. John Houck, I would love to sit down and have a conversation and pick your brain on this one, because you just cut out the trees in the middle, call it a par 3, and it's perfect.
Yeah.
Instead, there's nothing off the tee, and really nothing on your second shot. You just throw it at the trees. If it filters through, cool, you have a 2-look. If it doesn't, you throw an upshot and get your birdie.
It's a little too lucky.
It is.
Yeah. Perkins flexing that Firebird. Oh.
Yeah, the kick into the woods, not ideal, but you know, he might have an angle to get down there. It's a pretty open pin once you get gracing down there.
Mm-hmm. Nate, he's in the middle of the fairway. What kind of fairway there is on this hole? Simon goes MD.
That's the play I like, where you just throw it at the trees.
Yeah.
And then if it filters through, you could deuce it. If it doesn't, it's a really easy upshot.
Sure. Richard, oh no.
Oh, opting for the hyzer sidearm into the woods.
Ouch. That was his Firebird. Yep. And Nate going back to the Firebird, just came out low.
Oop. I thought it might had it. Honestly, I didn't know if I wanted it to roll or didn't want it.
Yeah,
It's so downhill, it was not going to stop.
No. Simon second playing a crazy flex, and that is back in the woods.
And not pictured was Chris pitching out of the woods to this point right here.
Okay.
He was pretty far back in there.
He was. Hope they can hit that comebacker.
I mean, that's a great upshot from there, considering how sloped this green is.
Yeah, good luck sticking this thing.
Yeah, that's close to ideal.
Yeah. Sexton's second.
Whoop.
Oh.
And we've transported back to Daylaw.
Wow.
This is the most Daylaw green on the course.
It really
hilarious.
is. Yeah, tons of roots. And Simon probably just making it, I guess.
Throwing it in? What? He was like looking around the tree to figure out if it was like, how did that happen?
Yeah. Oh, Simon.
That was coming in so hot.
Yeah, that was gone.
That was gone.
Great stick.
Stop.
Perkins.
Okay.
Yep. Good up right
You
there.
almost have to run these. It's like the layup is just as treacherous.
Maybe I'll hit metal and just have it stop. Nate.
Great pause.
He was so disappointed with that roll. Again, he something terrible happens and he overcomes it.
I was just going to say, it's like reminiscent to hole 8 where he had the rough rollout that
Yeah.
he didn't think he deserved, but was able to come back, settle, and put it in.
Yeah, and not an easy putt on that one, especially. Richard unfortunately misses the par putt, settles for the bogey. Perkins will par as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's one that you want to get your 3 on. There's not real any good reason to be taking a 4, but it's certainly not an easy hole.
How did Simon do this?
I don't know, off the branch, put him on the right angle and drifting.
Well, he even caught a little am side.
He
high.
did. Oh,
Yeah.
that's the left side of the chains, brought it right back in.
Yeah, it did. Good catch. Good 3. And we are on to our last hole of the day.
Par 5, 811 feet. You finish 17, you're like, whew, only one more to go. Oh, it's the second hardest hole in the course? Yay. Off the tee, you're throwing up and over this valley. And if you can get it onto this am pad, that's great. Anywhere to the right, on the am pad, ahead of it, perfect. Anything before that, you really just have to throw a Nova, putter, that type of deal into a landing zone to be able to approach this tunnel on the right side. We saw Chandler Fry on the card ahead of us get way down the fairway and have a look at throwing his second shot down the tunnel.
Really?
He didn't quite execute on it, but that is a possibility.
Dang. Nate going orc off the tee.
I like this shot. I like kind of like that force over sidearm. It's just going to grace it out, and the more open side is the right side of the fairway.
Yep. Simon looks like he's lining up an over the top
Oh.
shot. And yep, that's up there somewhere.
Yep. It is. That's going to be left and a little bit ahead of that am pad.
Okay. Perkins, taking the more conventional, normal human route.
And unfortunately paying the price.
That one came straight back too.
Yep.
Boomeranged hard. He's going Explorer. Beautiful.
That's just picture perfect.
He's had some struggles, but he's had some beautiful shots too.
Absolutely. You can't say enough. I mean, the guy has thrown some great shots out here.
Mm-hmm. There's Perkins getting out of the woods, back onto the fairway. And Nate
going with probably whatever he was throwing at that flick roller.
Is it I want to say it's a sidewinder.
It probably is.
Yeah.
I mean, you need something really flippy with that kind of body angle to get it to go straight.
Nate's second shot, just trying to get around this corner and onto the fairway. It looks like he's done that.
Yep, that's a beautiful shot. I mean, at this point, he's just trying to get up and down and get his par and get out of here.
And Richard, ooh, even better.
That's prime time. If you can get there after 2, that's good.
Yeah, he's got it. Simon, his second, he finished left of the fairway pretty long and tries to flex it, but does not put.
See, that's the angle that you want. If you have a chance at 3, you have to have a relatively straight angle on this tunnel, kind of like where Nate is now after 2.
Yeah, dog's like left at the end very hard. Nate looks like that metal flake Thunderbird, and he missed the very last tree on the corner.
2 feet away from perfection.
Mm-hmm. Perkins is third.
Hammering the Firebird over.
Skipping up the hill.
And rolling
back down the hill.
Oh, that's demoralizing.
Yeah, sure enough. Chris is third. How about this guy?
Dude, he's
getting
clinical out here.
What a way to finish it around.
It's funny, too. The tournament director was saying nobody's forward this in 2.5 years.
What?
And then the local comes out on video, boom, 4.
Nice. Simon had absolutely nothing. Not the first time we've said that today. Throws a forehand roller, gets most of the way out. Perkins goes a little bit long on his up, but should make the comebacker. Sexton's got a dart. He's eyeing this thing down.
Ooh. Definite misrelease there.
Yeah, he just wanted it a little too much.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You could tell. He really ripped it over.
Mm-hmm. Simon? Oh. He hit cage.
He hit cage.
Yeah. Nate for the par.
Oh, every bit of metal possible.
That mini went places.
Yeah, I mean, that's just not what you want. If you're playing so well, come in, bogey the last hole.
Yeah, especially with those last 2 shots, you know, a barely missed putt and
an overcooked approach.
Yeah. And there is Richard getting a stroke on the gang.
And I believe he is one of 3 people to have birdied it.
Really?
Chandler Fry, of course, he birdied everything. Tomcat Thomas Gilbert got it.
Of course he did. Classic. And there was no shortage of caddy help out here, by the way. Locals stepping up.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I give these guys credit. We had a gallery
It was great.
on a Friday morning.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
So cool. There are a couple bogeys from the Nates. That ridiculous birdie from Chris Simon with a par. Other than that 4 over on that one hole, Simon would have shot at a 9.
You've played great.
Yeah.
Save that 8.
Yeah, only bogey of the round. Let's check out our leaderboard. Chandler Fry doing work. Course record, 11 down.
Exactly. Not to be confused with Chandler Free, separate human and altogether. Chandler Fry getting it done today.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nate Perkins, though, and Casey White, Massachusetts guy, young kid, 18 years old, throwing the 8 downs. Nathan Sexton, Tomcat, Thomas Gilbert sitting at 7 down. Matthew Enman, Dustin Keeg, Simon Lizotte, Kieran Nichols, of course, Ben Logans. Everybody knows him.
Absolutely.
Common name.
Should be a fun. McBride's lurking too.
He is, and should be said, sitting at that 2 down as well. Paige Pierce, looking for that USDGC qualifying spot. So you know she's going to be pushing out here.
She is. All right, guys. Well, hope you guys enjoyed round 1. We'll see you in round 2.